why don't we take our baseline, freeze it, just to save on CPU. I'm going to flatten it just for this example. You can always unflatten and unfreeze things. So now we just have the audio. And let's start dragging some granular effects. So let's grab Grain Delay first, because it's a pretty popular one. Zoom into this section. So with Grain Delay off, we just have our dry bass sound. Let's turn spray up. You get that kind of bubbling, grainy effect. So I'm going to keep feedback down. Yeah, these kind of plucking. Really great. And that extra texture, in my case, I've placed things like this at the end of every sort of, what is that, 4 bars, 8 bars? Just to keep everything moving and interesting and fresh. I find with the Jon Hopkins tracks that I love the most, compositionally, there isn't that much happening. There's, the drums and percussion, some kind of moving rhythmic bass line, sub, and then pads laid over the top. But what's amazing about that is that you never really need anything else. You're not looking for any other sounds, because those sounds are so dense and rich and textured, and they're constantly moving and evolving without having to overwrite any one part. I mean, this bass note, this bungee bass, is just one note the whole track. I mean, granted, I'm only a minute in, but it's so simple that the processes we're applying here are so interesting to the ear that you never really feel like you want anything else happening. So what I would probably do here is set up a new audio channel, which is what I've done here, and then chopped out my favourite parts by the looks of it. Set that to record, solo the bungee bass here, keep this set to resampling, so it resamples any signal within Ableton back into itself. And then I would just record a pass. And I'd move this around. And then we just chop out anything we don't want, or just have it coming in at random places. And awesome. Perfect. I mean, some of these waveforms look pretty similar to these, so I think this might be exactly what I did. But yeah, really useful. Really powerful way of waking up anything, really.